Hello guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. What if Rimuru is in the Eminence of the Shadow Prologue? Wow. Is he crazy? Rimuru thought as he saw how a guy ran directly into a moving truck and was hit and killed. He died seconds after receiving the impact, so he thought, at least he didn't suffer. And when he thought it was time to go on his way, he stopped to see how that boy's soul moved away from there. He looked at the bag of food in his hand and then at the soul again. I can eat later, he said to himself, and followed the trail of the soul to another world. Now he's a baby, he thought, watching how the mother, father, and sister spoke to the child a few hours after being born. His soul is still intact, therefore he keeps his memories, abilities, and much more. He silently watched the baby for several minutes, analyzing the expressions and gestures. He also looked at his parents and sister. They were normal compared to the aura given off by the soul of the now called Sid Kaganu. I'm curious and I'm bored, I'll stay in this world for a few decades. That was the decision Rimuru made. First I'll start a business so I don't get so bored waiting for Sid to grow up, he murmured, suddenly appearing in the capital, and he remembered that he was about to eat before following Sid's soul. A restaurant is not a bad idea. He used his creation ability to create a restaurant. That was easy, he said after creating the restaurant. He also changed the records of the place, making it appear that the restaurant had been in operation for several years and that he inherited it from a deceased relative. Several days later he returned to the Kaganu house, watching Sid as a baby trying to use mana when no one was watching. I wasn't wrong, in fact. I never do it, he thought, and then directed his gaze to Sid's sister. She trained with the sword since she was very little. I'm afraid she won't make it to the top. For a second, he caught sight of Chloe's figure in Claire and sighed. Hey girl, he called while sitting on a branch of a tree, would you like me to teach you how to use the sword? Claire looked at the stranger and thought about the words that her parents and relatives always repeated, she must be strong to raise the name of her house. My name is Claire Kaganu, she said while looking Rimuru in the eye. You are strong? She asks. Strong? He made a slash with his sword that cut half the forest in half. Does that seem strong to you? Claire looked in amazement at what Rimuru had done, such a clean and beautiful cut. You make my father's cuts look like garbage. And you're very strong, she admitted, still surprised. You will teach me? Of course, I have plenty of time. Chapter 015 years have passed since Rimuru arrived in this world. In that time he taught Claire many ways of training and fighting, and now he can say that Claire Kaganu will undoubtedly be strong in the future. His business also progressed well, he gained fame and respect, as well as money. So much so that the royal family would eat there from time to time, but he didn't take care of people, that's what his employees take care of. Rimuru only focuses on cooking. Because of that, the mystery of who was the chef was created. After another day of work, it was time to close up and go to sleep. So Rimuru said goodbye to his employees and went to the door to close. Wait, an elf called while running to the door, you haven't closed yet, have you? Can I still eat here? Rimuru watched the elf for a few seconds. The employees had already gone home, but she seemed to really want to eat at his restaurant. No, I haven't closed yet. He opened the door fully and waved his hand, indicating that she could enter. Thank you. I'm starving, she confessed and walked to one of the tables to take a seat. People speak highly of this place, you know? It's because of the good service and the quality of the food, he answered, handing her the menu. Wow. There are many dishes that I don't know about, they all look great, High Elf girl muttered, it seemed like she was drooling. I want all this. Perfect, I'll bring it to you as soon as it's ready. He removed the letter and walked to the kitchen. Rimuru was preparing and taking the dishes to the elf's table, who told him that her name is Beatrix. Rimuru liked Beatrix, she appreciated the food he prepared more than anyone, and she enjoyed every bite. Besides, she was someone he could have a good conversation with. Beatrix visited the restaurant many times, it was a custom for her to arrive at night before it closed. Difficult day? Rimuru asked while placing the plate of food on the table. You don't shine as much as other days, I know. It happens that I have to accompany Princess Iris to another kingdom for a week, she said while being disheartened, as she tasted the food. I won't be able to come to see you at that time. I can just prepare food for you to take, so problem solved. That's not the problem. the high elf said, then smiled at the thought that occurred to her. Why do not you come with me? Of course, I don't have anything to do. I won't teach Claire more about the sword either, so it's fine, he answered and smiled when he saw the elf happy. The restaurant will be closed for a while, he thought. Now he had to tell the employees. Before leaving for the other kingdom, he gave Claire the last sword lesson. She was his pride, so to speak, and he had taken a liking to the Kaganu. So, you're not going to train with me anymore. Claire was always serious, but right now she just wanted to cry. Am I incompetent? It's not that, Claire. He handed her a katana that he created especially for her. You must explore your path on your own. Claire received the katana and nodded silently, a few tears falling down her cheeks. Thank you, Master, she bowed, and as soon as she looked up, Rimuru was gone. End of chapter 1.